I know that we're not really expecting Zeus to do much with Bad Boys LA, or what they really want to call it, Bad Boys Club, but this was terrible.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, y'all? We have got to talk about Bad Boys LA. I honestly have no words. Like, this show, I was not gonna watch it. I'm gonna be completely hundred. Like, I was not gonna watch it. Only reason why I watched it because so many people asked me to, and one of my friends was over and he was like, "Child, let's watch it. Let's see what it's giving." And you know, it's nothing else on TV. It was nothing I'm setting my clocks to 9 o'clock Sunday watching. It's just not that. But watching this 45 minutes or 55 minutes of this, let me just be completely honest. I am about to drag it, and I don't care. I don't care how the Zeus feels. I don't care about like some of these folks on the show feel. This is the honest, like, and God truth. Like, I'm going to be, and I'm going to be I'm going to be spilling some tea, to be honest. Because there's some other, I've heard behind the scenes and stuff that I just really don't care. And I wanted to be completely honest. So for me watching this, I'm not watching this as a consumer, somebody who's looking to like get a laugh out, folks exploiting themselves for cheap labor. That's not how I'm watching. I'm watching this as a fellow content creator, somebody who probably 4 or 5 years ago would have probably considered this and knows better to not be involved in anything like this. This was really terrible. And I understand folks saying, "Oh, well, what did y'all thought it was supposed to be?" I thought that we was going to get to know the cast at the very least. I thought that we were going to get to know folks who are, who know of each other, who are all on social media, and just who are in different lanes. Like, they do this, like, "Hey girl, I'm famous on Bigo for talking mess. Hey girl, I'm famous for making TikTok videos and going viral. Girl, I'm famous from sliding out of a trunk of a car, talking about where the money reside." That's what I wanted to see, like some type of, that. But I'm getting, this is supposed to be like a reality, Real Housewives or Love and Hip Hop mixed with the Bad Girls Club, and it's just without the official thing. Like, we can't call it that, we can't do that because them folks will sue the hell out of us, so we're gonna just call it Bad Boys LA. And it's just, and still almost the same font and the same style from the actual Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. This show it has so much potential, but I just don't see it lasting. And unless they can fix it, I don't see this going on some years from now. I don't see this as being that. And honestly, Zeus needs to be working on that. Like, yes, y'all are getting people to subscribe. Like, yes, y'all are not no $1 billion company. I do not see y'all value in no $1 billion company. If y'all are calling this, and y'all are valued at $1 billion, then why the hell there are folks who are running whole series of shows, working a full-time job and doing this exact content? How are they able to do this better with not even being on cable TV or having somebody or big folks behind them? How is that? Like, I'm looking at other shows that have came out of Atlanta and LA and in New York, and these shows have been better in being able to put some stuff together and making it work. Y'all have completely failed. I'm looking at Zeus like, this is where I call it like exploitation, because they don't seem to be investing in the quality of it. It's folks like literally recording with some of the most poorest grade material I have ever seen. Like, the camera quality is shitty. The angles are shitty. Y'all got folks that y'all hire off the streets that don't know no better, and y'all exploiting like to bring in y'all money. Like, y'all are the girls down here charging $50 for jock straps, and then y'all go to Tulum and sit here and fly y'all friends out. Y'all out here exploiting everybody else. Y'all get this shit made, white labeled in other countries, and paying $2 for some jock straps and panties and stuff, and then selling it to us for $30. This is what I'm getting from Zeus Network. This is what I'm getting for Zeus. And let me be completely honest, because this is a complete drag. Milan Christopher coming here acting all rich. Girl, you are the same person that literally paid somebody $300 to drive your janky furniture from LA to Atlanta. Like, you paid somebody to drive and barely had enough money on your car to even get them a proper U-Haul to transport all your quote-unquote rich girl furniture from LA to Atlanta, and didn't even pay them on time. You probably have paid them allegedly, but I don't think you did allegedly. But girl, like, it's just seeing these folks trying to be rich, and that girl, like, y'all are not rich. If y'all had that type of money, y'all would not be on this show. And one of my friends made a good point. Somebody who is in the industry, who is very known, said that these girls are not interested in their brands or making money. They're interested in chasing clout and attention, and which is why Zeus is able to exploit y'all the way that they're doing. Where the money reside, girl, you had the potential, you still have the potential to be able to do some real stuff. You might not be like out here like doing like content or whatever, or being able to reproduce that or make music or doing the traditional stuff that everybody tries to do after getting their little 10-15 minutes of fame. But you could have been able to use your connections and to do other things. There have been other folks who say, hey girl, like I'm out here rapping, I'm out here singing, I'm out here doing all this, I model, I do this and that, I do photography, but have been able to use their stuff to move in certain like places in these circles and find something to do. Like, to find, like, there's whole folks who are out here doing that in LA. And I'm just seeing him just being a drunken mess. Like, Durrell literally is like drunk the first 10 minutes, like just drunk, fighting for no reason. We don't even know anything behind. Like, I would like to know, like, hey, who Durrell is, how did he, like, I want to know who he is as a person to make me somebody who's not following him. Because I'm not following somebody out to slide out of a trunk. I'm happy that he's been able to get the exposure. I'm happy that he's been able to get some Fenty panties and all that other stuff and Like, I'm happy for him. But girl, we're talking about 5 years from now. And y'all wonder why we see folks, like, what happened to them? They was popping. This is why, because people exploit y'all, because y'all want attention and clout so bad that y'all are willing to sell yourselves for a couple of pennies. Because I guarantee you, I know what Love and Hip Hop was paying the lower tier cast of folks on their show and Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know these girls are not paying y'all like that. Y'all ain't getting no $10,000, $20,000 per episode. Zeus ain't got that type of budget. They don't have that type of budget. They ain't pulling out. They are not no multi-billion-dollar company, which is why they asked for scared as hell when the Jocelyn and Amber fight happened, because that can be the stuff that ends their bottom line. What people don't know, a lot of folks do not know, Bad Girls Club, like, they say the reason why the show kind of ended is because the Claremont twins sued the hell out of them. And that lawsuit, they lost that, folks over at Bad Girls Club lost that lawsuit, and it like hurt them producing another show. Like, you can see that the show got cheaper and stuff, so it just wasn't making them as much money because it's a big liability. Which is why, Jocelyn was let go from Love and Hip Hop and all these other shows. Like, y'all are a huge liability, and we are not willing to sit up here and get sued and lose our money for this. Like, we ain't making enough money for you to, it's just not happening. Like, they're just not doing it. So Zeus is able to do that and cut them, like, they're able to cut overhead. And you can tell, like, you can just literally tell what's going on. Like, you can just tell, like, there was no direction, there was no storyboard, there was no cohesive, like, even the folks who produced this ain't no good work to be proud of. This is not no shit you put on LinkedIn. Like, it's just not. It's just not. Like, y'all got folks walking around, the security got mask off, half off their nose, makeup folks ain't got no mask on. It just looks very low budget. It looks very unprofessional. Security don't look like they know what the hell going on. It just looks horrible. And I'm watching this, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, this is like, y'all out here charging Cheesecake Factory prices, and we're walking into a dirty Waffle House at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and you expect us to take you serious? No, girl, the only reason why I'm coming in here because I'm drunk. I'm drunk and I need something. The food is given, the food is good. But girl, y'all the only place that's open, and it's giving some of the things, but it's not giving me coming in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon eating. Well, sometimes I do love Waffle House, but Zeus, y'all didn't get us a chance to get introduced to the characters. Like, even the photo shoot stuff, that didn't even need to be filmed. Like, I don't even, just give us the little whatever. Why are y'all filming that? And they should have been separated. It just looked like a gang of fire. Like, it just looked like just thrown together. And I think had y'all had the ability to just really focus on it. And let me just give props where they're due. The fact that Chasing Reality has been able to grow over the last couple of years consistently with folks who are very determined to make this happen. I'm not watching those Zeus for no $6 a month. I'm not giving y'all $8 a month. When I can watch actual people like really try to do something and grow. Like, I know Bad Boys LA is not supposed to be this Love and Hip Hop style or this Real Housewives Atlanta style, but that's what y'all are trying to go for. And I'm comparing a channel, I'm comparing some content that's strictly on YouTube to Zeus that had to go on a streaming service that's literally collapsing every other day. The interface is trash, and she do not work well with Apple TV. Like, girl, I heard Milan Christopher was dragging, said that he would never be on or never appear on Chasing Reality or Chasing Atlanta because it's on YouTube. Girl, you are on your last leg. You are a flop from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You've not been asked to come back. They're not interested in your storyline no matter what. You're not the king of Atlanta. A lot of y'all are not running shit. Like, y'all are not running anything. Nobody is taking y'all serious. Like, y'all are getting a couple of $1,000s to do a booking at a random club or something somewhere in Atlanta or somewhere at some gay pride stuff. But I'm telling you, girl, nobody is going to be booking y'all 6 years from now. You cannot continuously to do this 10 years from now. It's not possible. I'm telling you that. Like, y'all simply let me folks exploit y'all for pennies. And y'all are not looking at the end game, the long run. Like, girl, y'all out here fighting within like the first, and I'm not trying to sound like somebody uncle or somebody dad, but it's just like looking from a brand perspective, like, Durrell, like, the girls were living for you. We were loving to see this queer black man do all the stuff that he was doing. Mary had a little lamb. Like, girl, you had the girls going up, and now you drunk. It's just like, prime example. Kelly Price on, what's that show, R&B Divas? People hated Kelly Price after, like, when she was on this show. They saw another version of her, and they were just like, oh my God, no. And it's already hard for Kelly Price because she's fat. She was fat, so it's like, oh girl, you can be desirable and mean as hell and people still love you. I ain't gonna say some artists that literally do that, but you cannot be mean and fat. Like, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. So Kelly Price, it took her a while for Kelly Price to like get her, her image back, and people are starting to come back to her. But not saying Durrell is there, but it's just how people perceiving you from what you're giving on this reality show is what people are going to take away from this shit, long-term wise. So you're doing this and you think it's a joke, it's fun, like, oh my God, I'm getting seen. And it's like, they're exploiting you mamas. They're exploiting you. Sorry, I don't even care about how the folks work is. I don't give them, I'll never do anything with Zeus because I just would not. But it's just, they're exploiting you, sister. They are exploiting you. Even the person who has always come off on social media as the most illiterate person on the show, like the most dumbest person, is Andrew Caldwell. And Andrew knew when to back down and walk off. He knew. He's like, nope, I ain't doing this. Like, homeboy was on that phone saying, no, I ain't doing it. And then Natalie Nunn tried some corporate America type ish where, see, Andrew's not a bad boy. That bad boys don't do stuff like that. Natalie Nunn, girl, first of all, mama, this ain't no show. Like, this ain't no real show, girl. Y'all are in an Airbnb house, a rented house, tearing up furniture within the same day. Like, girl, this is not no real show, girl. This is not no real show, Miss Mamas. Like, this ain't real production type of shit. This is okay. But Natalie, like, girl, whoever, like, girl, like, I can, Natalie, I'm talking about, we're a family. Girl, y'all are exploiting these folks for clicks and views. And I guarantee you folks ain't even staying in that house. You ain't seen them bring no bags in. I guarantee you it's not giving that. I guarantee you that. And to have these heterosexual men on here to myself, it's only 2 of y'all. Then y'all got this white boy on here just literally like both of them sound. Y'all got Fez's little sister on here talking like he is a black woman. I'm like, girl, turn this mess off. What are we watching? Even though one of the folks in the wrong, I'm not for listening to a white boy talk crazy no black. No ma'am. No ma'am. It's clicking, but it's clicking down because I'm just not. I don't care how. I'm not gonna watch this. Like y'all, like these folks is fighting. Like this boy's talking. He was talking to Andrew crazy, saying fat. I'm like, girl, you are literally fat too. Like you're fat. You're fat, and it's okay. But you out here body shaming Andrew, and you fat too. Then you got Andrew out here dragging girls to myself, like he was eating them up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. He said to myself, you're the lowest paid, because I guarantee you that Andrew is the highest paid on the couch. Say what you want about Andrew Caldwell. I can't stand I hate his chip in the circuit comedy, but Andrew Caldwell probably was the top paid folks on there besides Milan Christopher. And they wanted him to stay on the show. They wanted him because they used him to promote the show. They wanted him to stay. They wanted that man to stay. That's why they was begging him. And he said no. So now Milan out here talking crazy. I just saw a video of Jonathan, I don't even know who that is, popping one of Milan's friends with a chair like it was giving WWE. Wait, I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is so low budget that I honestly can do a better job than what y'all did with this mess in 6 months. Like, give me 6 months, I guarantee you I can do a better show than this. This looked horrible. It's not even like funny horrible, it's just bad. And yes, some people are gonna watch, oh, we wanna see folks fight, we wanna see folks fight, we wanna see folks, that's what we signed up for. And Zeus knows that people are not paying, like majority of folks are paying to see the fights and stuff, But y'all will be stuck in a very specific lane when y'all have the potential to grow outside of that, where it's just not fights. Where it's like, oh girl, like somebody really had a really good docu-series. I would love to see Zeus become that. Like, girl, this is black content created by black folks, It's a network, like all of us not fighting. We getting to really know such and such. I can really see, and that's why, that's why I told Chasing Reality, I told like the creators over there to stay on, because I see y'all doing that. Yes, y'all on YouTube. Y'all shit is getting views and people are watching and people are supporting. People love the series and the shows over at Chasing Reality. I'm always looking at their numbers and seeing continuously growth and just new opportunities for other folks and just growing. Like, yes, they're on YouTube. But look how many people we've seen start on YouTube and look at how far they've been able to go. Like, not everybody's not gonna become an Issa Rae per se, but there's opportunities for you to take this and to go to the next level. And Zeus is missing out on this because they're so worried about just cashing in on just very small stuff. And it's just like, it's just not giving. It just looks horrible. And I just, like the only storyline that I'm really kind of interested in is homeboy who is Frank, what's his name? Stand Up, what's the man's name? Franklin, I can't think of his name. Kirk Franklin's son. Stand Up! Kirk Franklin's son on there, and he was like, the little boy was flirting with him or whatever. I thought that was a cute like moment and all that other stuff. But that's what I want to see. Like, I wanted to see things like that. And we didn't see shit. Well, all we saw was just fighting and mess. And honestly, when folks get to fighting that bad, when the folks are bleeding and cuts, there needs to be testing. Folks need to be sent to the hospital because there's potential for infection, all the other stuff. Y'all supposed to get them a hotel room, keep them off what's name. Y'all don't have the budget. That's why y'all had that boy on a hot ass bus. Like, y'all supposed to send him home. Like, cool down. Y'all ain't even following the traditional stuff that Bad Girls Club was doing. Y'all know once they get to fight and they go to the hotel room, they come back to cool down. Like, that's not, like, y'all not doing any of that because y'all don't care. Like, y'all don't care about the folks. Y'all don't care about y'all workers. Y'all, like, and it's just, who's the COVID officer over there at Zeus? Like, who is the COVID officer? When I did my little project with YouTube, child, there was a COVID officer that made sure that everybody had their mask on. People were tested, all the other stuff. Like, girl, y'all just not, like, this, when I talk about the overhead, that's how they're able to do stuff. Because I guarantee you they don't, if they do have a COVID officer, it's a make-believe one. I'm not saying that they don't, but it's just, what COVID officer has everybody in there, ain't nobody got no mask on, they don't have no protection. It's just, it just looks terrible. It just looks horrible. It just, that's what separates y'all from the network. And I'm seeing folks who don't have a whole app, who do not have the recognition of Zeus and blowing Zeus out the water with like content creating. And I just think Zeus is missing out on the opportunity. Girl, watch this, Milan Christopher, just like, I'm just so tired of his bullying behavior, acting like he's better than everybody. Nobody's hardly booking Milan Christopher for anything, to be honest. Like, he needs Bigo, he needs these things to pull in some relevance and stuff, but Milan Christopher is not Milan Christopher. Like, he's not, like, girl, nobody's interested in you like that. Like, yes, you're getting a couple of little small, like, bookings, but girl, you've been doing it for so long. It's like, where's the next level for Milan Christopher? Where is the next level? Because we know you plateau, girl. That's just it. You're not going anywhere else. Like, that's why you need shows like this to get your little small bookings and stuff. But in Milan, like, he was tweaking out when he was in the confessional. I was twitching and stuff. I was like, girl, what's going on? I don't even know any other people on the show. I don't know nothing about them. I know nothing. But Durrell, Milan Christopher, and Andrew Caldwell, he's not even on there. And homegirl who had the ponytail who said about that was funny. I did laugh at that point. So I'm not saying that a show like this can't be done because it's too ghetto and folks find that, because I mean, stuff is going to happen. But there has to be some level of cohesiveness and some continuity. And y'all just don't have it. It's just very garbage. And I think folks think, well, people are watching, people are watching, people are watching, so it's doing good. Okay. Okay, girl. Because 1 million people are tuning in and watching this shit every week. It's not. It's not at all. So yeah, that's a message. I hope the folks who were over there like paying attention and watching us, this shit was literally terrible. Like, it was some of the worst content I've ever seen in my life. And y'all need to do better, honestly.